Hi, this is Regina and Bill with Saba County Friends of Animals. We're here with our weekly pet talk. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday at noon. So we're going to have different subjects, anything to do with animals. So today we've got special guest Jason Vogel. He's the animal control with the city of San Saba. And so we're going to ask him a few questions.
Hi Jason, thanks for coming in with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
First of all, can you introduce yourself and how long you've been doing the position you have with the city?
Yes, sir. My name is Jason Vogel. I've been employed by the city of San Saba since October of 2012. I've been animal control officer since July of 2014. And that's about it.
You're quite familiar with the town.
Oh, very.
Well, on social media, there's a lot of people talking about, I guess, going around about pet registration, getting their dogs registered with the city. I mean, this is not something new. From my research, look like this has been going on for a couple decades, and
I can remember back, I think in the early 2000s, we looked it up one time, that these ordinances have not been updated. I don't think none of them since 2013, but it's pretty simple. I mean, you're supposed to get your animal registered. You're supposed to have a rabies shot. Now, policing that is one thing, but if you have an animal, a dog, so to speak, that's out at large roaming and being a nuisance, and it continues to happen, then we're going to look into your business, and then yes, if you're violating an ordinance, you'll be cited for it. And but it's nothing's changed. It's always been like that.
Well, we went down yesterday at lunch and we registered our dogs and our father-in-law's dogs, and it was a fairly simple, fairly easy task. It was $10 an animal, and we showed proof of our current rabies vaccination.
Yes, it's $10 an animal, and you have to bring your rabies certificate with you, and that's about it. It's pretty simple.
It's a great way to find your pets if they're lost. It's another outlet for you to reunite the pets with their owners.
And also that is right in a rabies vaccination. So on there'll be some numbers on the bottom of that vaccination, and multiple times a year I'll find an animal that I'm not familiar with, and I'll call down to the vet, and they'll run that number, and the animal's reunited with its owner.
That's
great. Awesome. And that's it costs us $10.
$10 for a registration with the city, and I think it's $19 for a rabies vaccination.
Okay.
And that's good for how long?
Well, the $19 one is good for 1 year, and they do have a 3-year vaccination, and it's I want to think 38. I'm not completely for sure on that one, but it's more expensive, but it's 3 years.
And then with the pet registration, it's a calendar month?
Yes, annually.
Annual?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you find an animal and they don't have a pet tag, is there a repercussion for that?
Well, so if I find an animal roaming at large, what we do typically is I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you guys, the Friends of Animals, give a description of the animal, whereabouts I picked it up, and then y'all can post it on y'all's website. I take the dog and put it in the pound, the shelter, you should say, and they'll send some text messages and whatnot, and next thing you know, normally it's pretty quick and fast.
That's great. Yeah, and you are a great person to work with. I mean, you're very passionate about your job. I've seen you out on Sunday mornings before going to church, sitting there picking up dogs on Con Street.
Yeah,
and actually helping find the owners. I mean, you're more concerned about finding the owner. And
yeah, and it's ever since I've been doing this job, it's just the only way I know to do it. I mean, some days there's a lot of days there ain't a whole lot going on, and there's some days you got a lot going on. So I just try to do my job the best I can.
I completely understand. Is there anything else on this that we should talk about?
So one thing, a lot of times we get calls from people in the county, a lot of calls, and they call me, and I know a lot of these people, and unfortunately we don't always have space to hold these animals from the city and the county. It's not a real big facility that we have. There are special occasions when we have done it, so like let's say the sheriff's office, they make an arrest out somewhere and they have an animal. So the way we have it set up now is the officer would bring the animal into the Sally Port at the jail, and if it's after hours, they can call me in the next morning and I'll come pick it up, and I'll try to help them out, But we just can't keep every county animal. We just don't have the facility big enough. We try to do what we can, though.
I completely understand that. Well, let me ask you this: if someone inside the city limits finds a pet, dog, cat, what should they do?
Well, first they should contact the animal control. I mean, especially if it's from 7 to 4, 7 to 5, whatnot. Then a lot of times what they should do, if they can't get a hold of me, I would say get a hold of the San Saba County Friends of Animals, or maybe call the sheriff's office and let somebody know.
Okay. To get a hold of animal controls, what number should they call for that?
Well, 325-372-5415 during working hours, and 372-5551 after hours.
Is that the sheriff's?
That's the sheriff's office, and the dispatchers, they know me and they call me, and we talk quite often. And
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
All right, so we get a lot of calls or messages about animals that are out on a county road outside the city limits, inside San Saba County. What should a person do if they do come across some dogs or cats they find?
Yes. Again, our sheriff's department, the county, I should say, they just don't have a lot of resources other than y'all as far as people who have animals in the county. It's just, man, it's tough. I mean, because we're the only shelter in the county, and we're basically just a city-ran outfit. So, with the exception of a few times, we just, there's really, other than y'all, there's really not an answer.
I understand. What kind of capacity do you have at the shelter here?
I can keep 15 dogs at one time, and we've had more than that before. When I first started, it's not as bad anymore. But you never know when it's going to blow up.
And that's for dogs only, correct?
Yes, we don't house cats.
Okay. On that, I see you running around town constantly in your truck helping people. I know you get all kinds of phone calls because people say, "Yeah, I just called Jason. He's coming over to help me with whatever the situation is." We really do appreciate what you do for the community. I mean, you're a department of one.
Yes, sir. Now I do have some people that I have kids involved in a lot of sports and stuff. So Saturdays sometimes I have to be in Brownwood or Goldthwaite or wherever it may be, and I have a couple guys that really help me a lot. Kyle Anderson, he works in the electric department. He really helps me out a lot. And all the city officers, the cops, they've told me if I need to go somewhere, just let them know, that they're willing to help out. Collectively, the city works really, really well with each other. And I'll tell you what, man, my best eyes in the whole town are the garbage guys. That driver of that garbage truck, his name's Rick Reynolds. I'll tell you what, man, I get a lot of calls from him. He sets up real high and can look over them fences, places I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's really, yes, he's good.
Well, that's good that you got brothers working with you within the city, helping you.
We're lucky with our city. All of our city employees, we're very lucky.
If you watch the news and stuff, and you see all these other cities going through the turmoil they go through, and fortunately, San Saba's not like that.
Yep.
I would agree with you 100%. We noticed when moving from Austin, we've been here for several years, but it's just night and day different how the city works with the community.
Yes, and it starts at the top. You got the city council, the mayor, the city manager, public works. Chief of police. He's Superman. I mean, he's a super good guy.
I've got a cape for him out in the car.
Superman?
Yeah.
No, if he's listening, his probably head swelling up. Super good guy.
Yeah.
Very, very much.
Yeah, we've got a great city manager, great city team working.
And the ladies that work up there at City Hall, Charlene, Sabrina, Bridget, Zane, and Shayna, I mean, they work. I mean, they're what makes it go.
Well, so we went in yesterday purposely to register our animals, to go through the process. And I'm going to tell you, we registered our 4 dogs, and we registered my father-in-law's 2 dogs. And if we hadn't spent more time talking there, we could have been in and out in probably 7 minutes.
She was great.
Oh, yeah.
She was great.
And let me forget, I left out Kim Wilson just because she sits back there and she's always doing her job. But let me tell you, she makes the best cakes of anybody in town.
I didn't get to get any cake yesterday, but now I'm back. Anything else you need to add? I know you're on your lunch hour, and we do appreciate you coming in.
Yes, no, I mean, just, if you think you see something that's not right, animal-wise, let us know. I mean, it's going to be getting warm again. I don't think our cold weather's over with yet, but I don't think we're going to have much of it. It's going to start getting hot and dry, like it always does. Just remember, water, water, water.
Understood? I understand completely.
Well, thank you all very much for having me. And,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
I appreciate it. You too. All right, so now we're going to talk about our pets of the week. Normally we have a pet of the week, but this week we decided to do 3 because they kind of came in together. But if you haven't seen our Facebook page, you definitely got to go check out these dogs because they are absolutely beautiful. We've got Buda, Loki, and Romeo. All of them are males, all boys. The dad is an AKC registered yellow lab. Mom's an Anatolian Shepherd Pyrenees mix. They're incredibly beautiful. Again, check them out on our Facebook, Saba Animals. They're about 8 months old. They do need a little training, as most puppies that age do. They love people. They love children. They're not quite so much into chickens, so we would recommend homes without chickens. But other than that, they are just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They'll be fully vaccinated when you get them, and also we will neuter them. And we have an adoption fee of $100. $100 does not even cover the neutering cost. So, you know, it's a great deal. It's a great way to get a great dog and save a life for these animals that need it as well. So check out our pets of the week, Buda, Loki, and Romeo. They're also going to be in the Saba newspaper where you can see a picture of them there as well. Another thing we wanted to talk about is on March the 2nd, we're going to have our, we're going to be out at Pecan Trade Days at the courthouse from 9 to 1. And we're going to have a pet adoption where we'll have a couple of our dogs that's available to see there. And we're also going to have a Coins for Critters fundraiser. What that means is all that loose change that you've got just thrown around the house or in a jug somewhere around your house, bring that out to the courthouse, put it in our jug, because those pennies can add up and really make a difference in us helping these animals. So bring out all your coins. We will take pennies, dimes, nickels, anything you got, bring it out March 2nd from 9 to 1 at the courthouse during Pecan Trade Days, and also come check out the puppies that we have, or animals that we have up for adoption. And then just a reminder, we talked about this a little bit last week, but February is National Spay and Neuter Month. So don't forget to spay or neuter those animals. We are having a fundraiser on our Facebook page. It's a TNR fundraiser. If you weren't listening last week, TNR is trap, neuter, and release. So basically we go out to people's homes, we trap feral kittens, cats, we spay or neuter them, and then we return them back to their homes. So as part of National Spay Month, we are having a TNR fundraiser. You can find that on our Facebook. Everything that is raised on that fundraiser only goes to our spay and neuter program and our TNR program. So it only goes to having animals spayed or neutered. So it's a great fundraiser. And we could definitely use some more funds on that. We announced the other day on our Facebook that we are closed to intake right now. Unfortunately, when we get animals, we do not have a shelter. So we rely on fosters to take in these animals temporarily and help us house them until we can find their permanent homes. We pay for their vet bills, we pay for their food, anything that those animals need while they're in foster care is covered. We just need somebody that can open up their home, love on these animals, play with them, enjoy having a puppy in your house or a cat in your house temporarily until we can rehome them. Without that, we can't save these animals. We just don't have anywhere to take them. We get calls on strays and different situations. You know, people that are elderly and they're having to go into a nursing home and they have nowhere to take their pets. We can't take those animals without you. So we've had to temporarily close intake. If you are interested in fostering, please reach out to us. You can call 325-372-PETS. That's 372-7387. Or you can reach us on our email, which is info@sansabaanimals.com. Or you can get more information or fill out a foster application on our website, which is sansabaanimals.com. And we really need some help to help these animals. So if you're interested in doing that, it's a great thing to do. Right now we've got 28 cats that are in need of foster homes to save them. We also have 6 dogs in our care. So if you're interested in seeing any of these dogs to look at them to adopt or cats, you can see them on our website. Go to sansabaanimals.com, click the adoptions button, and you'll be able to see all of our animals available.
Absolutely. And just a reminder that this organization is 100% volunteer run, and it's only exists based off donations. So if you have the ability to donate and help the animals, the pets. San Saba County, it's not just a San Saba. We go out, help Cherokee, we help Richland Springs, we help everything here in the county we can. Go to sansabaanimals.com and click on our donate button. You can make a one-time donation. You can make a recurring donation. You'd be surprised what a little bit does, and every now and then we get a larger donation which helps some of these issues that we have in the community. We do, being an older community, we do run into situations from time to time where people are needing to leave their homes to go into nursing homes and things, and they have animals left behind, and we've got to go in and help their animals get their shots all up to date, get them fixed, and get them rehomed.
We have a couple of those projects right now. We've got one in Cherokee where we have 45 cats that we are spaying and neutering. When animals reproduce over and over and over with each other, they become sick. So these cats, have eye infections and different things like that. So on top of spaying and neutering, they need medications for their eyes, and we have to stop that cycle so that they don't keep breeding and having sick cats. So we're working on that, and then we have a project out towards close to Richland that is 25 cats and a nursing home situation. So we really could use help on those things. We are looking at doing Friends of Animals. So if you do a reoccurring payment of $10 or more, we'll consider you a friend of animal, and we're working on some stickers that you can get to put on your car that says you support the animals. We're also looking for business sponsorships. With that, we can put your logo on our website, and we can also announce you on the radio. You can sponsor one of our weekly pet talks, and we're coming up with some more packages for that. So if you're interested in being an individual donator, a recurring donator, or a business, let us know. We can definitely use that.
I think that wraps it up for this week. A little short show. Hope we'll have another guest next week and go over the pets that have come into the system. But we appreciate everybody listening, and we definitely want to thank Jason for coming in and taking time out of his lunch hour to come in and visit with us.
And we'll be back on next Wednesday at noon. This is going to be Pet Talk with San Saba Friends of Animals every Wednesday at noon. Thanks for listening.
Very good.